Greetings, everyone. Welcome to and both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crowd.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Luka Doncic is out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at the 5, down low. And here are the Lakers. And with their last victory, this team reached the 50-win mark on the season.
And they should be proud of what they've been able to accomplish. You can't just luck your way into 50 wins. You gotta be a good team to reach that feat.
Pass to James. Over McDaniels. James can't get it to go. McDaniels against Hachimura. McDaniels, that's good.
A nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
Doncic with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. And the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Pass to Gobert. McDaniels with it. 5 to shoot. Picked by Gobert. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's on LeBron James. It's his first trip to the line, and he can't get the first one.
McDaniels. 2 shots.
Good on the second one. Doncic with it. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Pass to Hachimura. Hayes inside. Defended by Gobert. Clock at 4. The fader. Left side Reeves. Here's Hayes. Hayes with a screen on McDaniels. Second chance shot. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Unfair. I mean, combining length and strength beautifully. LeBron can get his shot off pretty much whenever he wants to.
Gobert passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
This is Gobert going to work. I mean, he knows the inside contact can't stop him.
Edwards against Reeves. Pass to Hayes. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Edwards with it. Now Doncic defending. The 3. DiVincenzo knocks it down from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Lakers trail by 6. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. I asked him if he thinks anyone has a better feel for the game than Luka Doncic, and he told me, I don't want to get into a comparison, but what I can say is that he controls the pace like no one else. You can't speed him up, you can't slow him down. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Randall. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
And finished off by Hayes.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again. Man, the defender really went after him.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Now here's Edwards. Yet to see a basket. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he rolls hard to the right spot.
Edwards uses the glass on the layup.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Here's Minnesota. They're on a 16-5 run. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Now here's Doncic. And here's Hayes. Tries again on the wing, Reeves. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by DiVincenzo. Reeves against Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Hachimura. Second chance effort. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
And that one drops.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And so it's Rudy Gobert making things happen for the Timberwolves. He had solid production this quarter with We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Well, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Edwards, a pass to Reid. It's going to be on LeBron James. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
McDaniels against James. Randle, a screen on James. Here's McDaniels, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Hey, yo, right here.
Pass to Edwards. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Randle against Hachimura. Clock is at 3. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Reid can't hit. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Down by 15. The shot by Reeves, no good. The Timberwolves shooting an out-of-this-world 77%. Doncic against Edwards. Randle, a screen on Doncic. Pass to Reid. It's McDaniels on the wing. 17-foot shot on the way. Randall can't hit.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And here's Doncic outside. McDaniels with the rebound.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. Lakers trail by 15. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. Outside, DiVincenzo. Gobert up top. Out to DiVincenzo. Back to Gobert. DiVincenzo finds Gobert. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. Misses the layup.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Look at Doncic finishing the break in style.
The one guy you can't forget about is Doncic. I mean, when he's running the floor, you gotta stay with him.
DiVincenzo pass to Randall. To the inside. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Graham.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Pass to Edwards. Fires from deep. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this. Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
The Timberwolves lead by 11. Gobert with a screen on Hachimura to the middle. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And wow, I mean, Gobert had them fooled. The pump fake puts the defender totally off balance.
Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. Lakers trail by 13. Out of bounds, it'll be Timberwolves ball.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
1:03 left in the half. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen on James. Inside. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Here's Doncic. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Reed.
And that one falls for Reed. And Los Angeles making a change here. Vincent's checked in. And he can't hit the second. Lakers trail by 14. Reeves, the pass to James. Hachimura sets a screen. LeBron going downhill. Count that bucket. James has got 8 points. There's 6 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's DiVincenzo. He can't get that one to fall.
I think he wants that one back. I mean, he knows he's capable of better.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Back to the game after this break. there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Rudy Gobert in this game. He's been everywhere.
He's factored into their game plan in a big way tonight. He's been a key guy.
Yeah, they've been calling his number a lot, and he's been rewarding their trust.
Lakers trail by 12. And so in the game for Los Angeles, Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Vincent in at the 1. Here's Conley. That one goes. Count it. Conley's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Great control by Conley in the float game. Gave it just enough.
Outside Finney-Smith. Out to Hachimura. Randall with a steal. And he banks in the layup. Randall's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
And so Randall will bring it up for Minnesota. Left side Conley. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
Strong drive by Edwards. Oh, he took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. Instead, he'll shoot free throws.
And the athleticism Edwards possesses is incredible. So good at drawing contact on the drive.
And both free throws good for Edwards. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A new day. The Spurs' Victor Wembanyama said a few years back it was more of a guards game, but now it's come back to a big men's game. We've got guys all around the league who do a lot of stuff despite being very tall. It's the way the game changes. You just have to adapt. Brian, the gauntlet has been thrown.
And I like it. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And it's Randall with the jam.
Yeah, great play from Edwards off the pick and roll. Moving the ball around and get another guy a shot.
Here's Finney-Smith. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Here's Reed. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Finney-Smith. Knocks down the triple. Finney-Smith's got 8 points.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Reeves against Edwards. Reed sets a screen. Outside Conley. Pass to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow. Julius Randall. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Here's Vincent. Out to Hachimura. Down low. Here's Finney-Smith. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the foul on Gabe Vincent. That's his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Now here's Conley. He's covered by Vincent. Inside. Here's Reed. And the layup falls. Reed's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Here's James. Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
It doesn't get much better than that. LeBron putting some muscle on the slam.
Here's Reed. The Lakers with a rebound. Finney-Smith's got 5 rebounds tonight. James goes in. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Here's Edwards. 9 points in the game. Pass to Conley. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by LeBron.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he drops the first.
At the line for the Lakers, Minnesota.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Minnesota with it. At one point, they led by 16. Now here's Alexander Walker. He's scoreless. The 3 is up. And that one's good from Conley. And the Timberwolves lead by 13. James, left side. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Minnesota in a good situation. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Conley and Ann are the 1 of the 2. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Julius Randle. And it's Reed in at the center spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Pass to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hachimura. And it's in there.
Well, offensively, he's doing his best to keep them in this game. But they might need someone else to step up as well.
Conley looking for an opening. Now here's Reed. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Reed in the post. Finney-Smith's there. Reed can't hit. Lakers trail by 11. James outside. The baseline J. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got rebound number 7 tonight. Minnesota's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Outside Conley. Reed sets a screen. Conley passes to Reed. Count it.
That's how you know Conley is right out there.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
James up top from behind the arc. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota leading by 13. Pass to Edwards. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Knocked loose. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. Left side Reeves. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
The Timberwolves have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Gobert with a screen on Hachimura. Just 4 to shoot. Oh! Gobert hammers it home!
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
Here's Finney-Smith. On target from range.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Gobert inside. He's covered by Reeves. Randall can't hit. Lakers trail by 10. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Outside, DiVincenzo. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Vincent passes to Finney-Smith. No one near him. And there's another one for the Lakers. Now DiVincenzo out of bounds. It'll be Lakers ball. Lynn's checked in for the Lakers. The Lakers have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get posted.
And so Randall will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
At the offensive end, Gobert isn't always this aggressive, so it's really good to see.
Here's Reeves. Rebound Minnesota. Randall right side. 50 seconds left to play in the fourth. Outside McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock. DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Gobert. Benson grabs a miss.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Outside, DiVincenzo. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Gobert. Over James. Again, Gobert missing. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
Number 5.
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you. And we know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Peyton Watson. And it's Brown in at the 1. Now here's McDaniels. Now Edwards. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Nice shot by Gobert.
You know, you give Edwards credit for making the right decision there, feeding his teammate. Smart, good basketball.
It's Westbrook with the drive. And it goes down 2 points.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And Randall has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now, here's McDaniel. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Handle no good.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Gobert with the block.
Love the way Gobert goes after shots. He blocks quite a few and alters many more.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Just 5 to shoot. Westbrook against Edwards. Gordon outside.
Good defensive footwork there. Randall affecting that shot.
Westbrook against Edwards. Westbrook, no good. And Hall of Famer David Aldridge spoke with Chris Finch. David?
Now, I asked him if he has any plans for dealing with the multi-time MVP, Nikola Jokic. He said it's all about balance. If you defend Jokic too aggressively, he'll just kick it out to other guys too softly, and he'll kill you inside. So balance is the key. Sounds like a tough balancing act to pull off, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Nice move. And it's good on the way up. Gobert's got 6 points.
Clearly the strength of Gobert's game. Tough cover down low.
It's stolen by Edwards. Into the lane. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
He gets it in there.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response.
Pass to McDaniels. It's hauled in by Watson. Now, here's McDaniels. He's tightly guarded. 5 to shoot. With the drive. And it's denied. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Nuggets trail by 6. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Jokic a screen. Here's Brown. Buries it from 3-point range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. Oh, man. Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
From deep, Jokic. The shot, no good. Timberwolves leading by 5. Nikola Jokic, Clark, is as skilled a big as we have seen. And when he has the ball, he can really affect the opposition.
Yeah, he's such a great passer, and he's got tremendous size. I mean, people forget because he's pretty nimble and agile that he's, right at 7 feet tall, 7'1", with really long arms. So he's a problem just from the size standpoint. Then you factor in his otherworldly skills as a passer, as a shot maker, as a basketball player. And now you've got something that's as unique as we've seen in, I think, the history of the game.
Gobert, the screen. Edwards looking it over. Pass to Randall. Westbrook with the steal. One-on-one here. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
And, that time Westbrook showing you just how effective he is on both ends. I love his hustle and energy and relentlessness on the court.
Gobert with a screen for Randall. No good that time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves lead by 3. Stay with us as we get set. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. Then there's Peyton Watson. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Brown in at the point guard. McDaniels a screen on Jokic. Inside. McDaniels with the ball. Watson's there. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Pass to Gordon. Jokic with it. Fader on the way. Julius Randle with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Mark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
Here's Watson. The teardrop falls in. Watson's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Nuggets. Edwards against Westbrook. Now here's Edwards. He's guarded closely. Reed with a screen for Edwards. Pass to Reed. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Russell Westbrook. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And Denver with a change here, too. Tyson's checked in. Gobert against Jokic. Fade away. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Jokic has got his second bucket of the night.
I know Jokic would perhaps rather find penetration, but he can hit these mid-range looks as well.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Shot by Gordon, wide open. And he's good on the 3 ball. Gordon's got the lead up to 2 now for Denver. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. 2 points, that one goes.
You know, in the pick and roll, you got a lot of options, but sometimes the best option is to do it yourself. DiVincenzo making the right choice there.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
no clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's DiVincenzo, guarded closely. They get a hand on it. And here's the fast break. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon's eyebrows go up when he sees an opportunity to drop the hammer. This guy is a phenomenal athlete who throws it down with some major force.
Outside Edward. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Gordon, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. 4-point game. Gobert with the screen on Westbrook. Edwards passes to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert plays as tough at the rim offensively as anybody in the league.
Pass to Jokic. Goes up on the elbow. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Edwards with it. Now defended by Jokic. Edwards against Jokic. Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Nuggets ball.
The Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Pass to Jokic. Reed with the rebound.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
DiVincenzo against Porter. And here's Jokic. Stolen by Reed. Edwards from deep three-point territory. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Nuggets, thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the big half-court shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Rudy Gobert with a strong contribution so far in this one.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Edwards. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Murray's checked in for Denver. This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
Now here's Edwards. The muscle from Edwards.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Wide open look here for Murray from outside off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray. Nuggets trail. To the right side. Jokic against Gobert. A slam by Jokic. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
And stolen by Murray. At the floater, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, that's a nice take and make by Murray, a scoring guard with tremendous skills and confidence.
Denver making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but back changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. Edwards passes to DiVincenzo. Banked in off the glass. DiVincenzo's got his third basket of the night.
DiVincenzo with a nice touch on the inside shot. Boy, he really knows how to make it work at close range.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Jordan. Lock at 6. That's short off the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength, and length. And bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
And good that time.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Reed with a screen on Holmes. It's Randall with the drive. Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Porter, picked by Reed. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Denver in the lead. Pass to Holmes. On the wing, Porter. Reed against Jordan. And the layup's good off the glass. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Randall outside. Here's Reed for the tie. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists in the game. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them,
Murray down low, defended by DiVincenzo. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Outside Edwards. Here's Randall. The layup off target. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nuggets lead by 2. From Target Center, back in a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Taking a look at the Nuggets. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. Russell Westbrook out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Watson in at the small forward position. To the middle. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
You know, the defense locks so much into Edwards that it creates opportunities for others.
It's stolen by Randall. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Alexander Walker finds Edwards. Reed with a screen on Westbrook. Down low. And Reed throws it down.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. Driving to the basket. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Denver shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Jokic doing the job inside.
Tonight has been all Joker all the time. He's been pouring it on here.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Teardrop shot. The shot's good.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependent.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer. And Clark, he has fought through so many injuries.
And it's remarkable that he's as explosive off the bounce as he is after the injuries that he's dealt with. His ability to create a shot, especially at crunch time, one of the best in the league. The pull-up jumper, the teardrop, and the 3. He's got all of those.
Here's Edwards, and he drives in, and he banks in the layup.
Fearless drive by Edwards, taking the ball right into the defense and finishing strong.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Gobert, no good. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. The lead is 2. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moments. Big time shot there.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
As soon as you turn it over on them, they're off to the races. They have been absolutely relentless in the open floor.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear this.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We have to now review the personal foul.
At the line for the Nuggets, Nikola Jokic. 2 shots.
What constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, double checking, and the game continues on.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Conley, and it comes off the front of the rim. Denver leading by 6. And it's Murray with the jam.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Inside, here's Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
Excellent mobility right there. I like when Gobert rolls to the rim with that aggression.
Murray with it. On the wing, Gordon. Back to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Well, Nuggets need to get a shot off here. It's stolen by Gobert.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
And there is just no fear in Mike Conley. He has not met a big shot he was afraid to take.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to Gordon. And there's the drive. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Randall.
Tremendous display of poise from Gordon. Refused to let the moment get too big.
Now, here's McDaniel. He's covered by Watson. Lets the 3 fly. Jokic grabs the miss. Just a single rebound away from a double-double.
Yeah, you know, he has been unrelenting. Hard to match his intensity.
And here's Westbrook. So the Nuggets win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off.
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Hart.
And it's all happening in Minnesota from the Target Center in Minneapolis. Happy Monday, everyone. This evening, Grant, looking at these... teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's Jones at power forward with Zubats at center. Ben Simmons is out there with James Harden. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward.
Randall with a great effort there, up and athletic and at the rim.
And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
DiVincenzo against Harden. Outside Edwards. Back to Gobert. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Simmons. Five on the clock. Harden against DiVincenzo. Here's McDaniels. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Harden against DiVincenzo. Zubats with a screen on DiVincenzo. Shakes him. Leonard can't get it to go.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Edwards, the pass to DiVincenzo. To the inside, Gobert. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. The Clippers have gone 1 for 3 so far. Outside Jones. The 3. Minnesota with a rebound. It's hard to believe now, but Julius Randle has been in the league over a decade now, Brent.
Yeah, it's been an interesting ride for Julius Randle. A lot of different roles, but he's evolved his game quite a bit. Some he's done himself, and then guys have adjusted around to the way that he has been a leader, a scorer, a rebounder, a presence. Julius Randle continues to impress and make strides.
And it's blocked.
Terrific defense from Zubats. His team relies on him to help alter shots.
And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
The 3, DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Zubats. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. So they take the lead.
And not a lot of limit to what the lefty can do. James Harden from deep.
Randle deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And oh, he just jams it right over Ivica Zubats.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
On the wing, Harden. Fires for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities.
And Kawhi Leonard will gladly take that look.
DiVincenzo, pass to Randle, to the middle. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Jones from outside. They get it again. Goes back up. And Zubats with the lay-in. Zubats has got 6.
That's what Zubats is here for, making plays in the trenches.
Randle, good.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Driving in, throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac. And the Clippers making a change here. Eubanks is checked in. The free throw drops for Randall. And what you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
We're seeing this transition, BA, right, from Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible over the past couple seasons.
Yeah, you got to bring more muscle if you want to stop Edwards from scoring. He's gifted at converting through contact.
Zubac passes to Eubanks. McDaniels against Simmons. Clock at 6. Pass to Leonard. They shoot again! It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Edwards with it. He can't hit that time. And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. The T-Wolves on top, up 2. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets, they're so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal, you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Ebb is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Randle against Leonard. Randle, good. Randle's got 9.
A nice play by Julius. Good decision maker in the pick and roll.
Clippers trail by 4. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, BA, that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in LA, they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
Leonard outside. Zubac with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. Bogdanovich from long range. Sends it home from three-point land. Bogdanovich has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Randall, pass to Gobert. That shot off. Great D that time from Zubac. The drive by Powell. And no matter how many minutes he gets, Norm Powell is always ready to shoot, Brent.
Oh, man, BA. Norman Powell has consistently been in that be-ready club off the bench. He can come in and score a bunch of points for his team and spark the offense. But this guy has been aggressive from day one, and it doesn't matter where he is, he knows his role.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Outside Edwards. Randall, a screen on Simmons. Edwards, a pass to Randall. Great D that time from Zubac.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
Leonard with a screen on McDaniels. Powell's shot is off.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Pass to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Great awareness from Ant to locate his teammate for the score.
The Clippers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Out to Leonard. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And for Minnesota, they're shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. He gets it in there.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Bogdanovich against DiVincenzo. Pass to Zubac. And stolen by Edwards. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's McDaniels. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach is given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Well, the D's so tight on him and makes him alter his shot. An easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Gobert against Zubats. Gobert with a screen on Leonard. Here's Randall. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Coffey, he's checked in for Los Angeles. James Harden comes in for Bogdanovich. Minnesota shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. And there have been a few teams lately who have been stockpiling draft picks, Brent. What do you think of that approach?
Well, B.A., if you look at the success of the draft, you're kind of 50-50 on whether or not you're going to get the talent that is required to win a championship. So getting multiple bites at the apple is a great strategy for teams to try to build the foundation of a championship caliber team.
Leonard finds Zubats. Back to Leonard. The kick out to Simmons. 4 on the clock. Another shot. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Nice teamwork. The right guy ends up with the ball in his hands, and Kawhi finishes that possession.
And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. Despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
Gobert with a screen on Harden. Inside. Nifty move. And Gobert with the stuff.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he rolls hard to the right spot.
Shot by Leonard, no good. Minnesota leading by 5. Outside Edwards. On the take, Edwards. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Zubats. Leonard on the wing. From the arc. McDaniels with the rebound. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
He sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Just 4 seconds left in the second period. And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Julius Randle has been sensational.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Kawhi and Zubats make up the front court. James Harden out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Jones in at the 3 slot.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
DiVincenzo against Harden. And stolen by Jones. It's a one-on-one situation. And it's Harden. That time on the assist by Leonard. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
With great hustle from Harden in transition, getting up the court as quickly as possible.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Brian, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Edwards a screen on Zubats. 6 to shoot. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, another highlight reel play from Anthony Edwards. Oh, this guy is fun.
Simmons, the pass to Zubats. Nice D from Reed. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
And the Clippers making a change here. Eubanks has checked in. Randall, the pass to McDaniels. Up top, Reed. McDaniels, a screen on Zubats. Here's Reed. Randall, the pass to Reed. Basket's good. Reed's got his first 2 points of the night.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Here's Edwards. Here he goes. And Edwards slams it in.
The tenacity from Edwards. I mean, I love when he attacks the
over the top. Are you kidding me? Wow, amazing.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose to dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Reed, a screen on Simmons. Edwards looking for an opening. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Randall with a steal. Fast break, Minnesota. Pulls up for 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Randall's got 21.
Randall keeping you honest here. Not a knockdown shooter from that range, but is showing more and more that he's capable of doing just so.
The shot by Eubanks, no good. The Timberwolves lead by 11. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Reed, a screen on Harden. DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
When Edwards knocks down threes, Ant is pretty much unstoppable.
On the wing, Harden. Eubanks the screen. Harden, the pass to Eubanks. Fires, high post. Reed with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Jones against Randall. Pass to Edwards. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 15-4 run. Outside Reed. Pass to Randall. Soft touch off the glass. Randall's got 5 points now this quarter.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves feeling confident. 18-point lead to end that quarter. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Clippers trail by 18. They've got Rudy Gobert, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Edwards, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Pass to Gobert. And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his third foul so far.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
So for the Clippers, Batum is checked in for Zubac. Coffey comes in for Jones. And it's Mills in for Ben Simmons. Now here's Alexander Walker. Jacks up a three. The rebound by Eubanks.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Batum. Over Reed. Batum shot is off. Here's Alexander Walker. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. James Harden comes in for Mills. Bogdanovich from long range. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Minnesota leading by 15. DiVincenzo with it. Harden picks him up. Here's Gobert. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Leonard. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Reed for 3, drills it from deep.
A nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
Screen by Leonard. Here's Eubanks. No good on the 3.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
DiVincenzo against Harden. DiVincenzo, the pass to Gobert. Out to DiVincenzo. Back to Gobert. Just 5 to shoot. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Batum's shot is off. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Oh, and Gobert powers it home. That gives him a double-double.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Minnesota leading by 19. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Back to Edwards. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. Clock at 6. Shoots a fadeaway.
Making the suffocating defensive play right there. Leonard, an overwhelming force on that end of the floor.
Offensive rebound outside Bogdanovich. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight. For Minnesota, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Now DiVincenzo. 1:44 left to play in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Alexander Walker. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Minnesota?
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
You probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and the willingness to do that has paid off.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Timberwolves.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Julius Randle.
Well, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Here's Edwards. The bank shot, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Bogdanovich, no good. And Minnesota with possession here. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. DiVincenzo with it. Pulls it from the top of the key. Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside Reed, three-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate